Hi guys, good morning or good evening or afternoon, wherever you are watching from. Not me speaking like I have like Australian subscribers. Not yet anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming again to watch this video. My name is Adesoye and I'm so excited to share a little bit of what I want to share today. I'm really excited because this thing had me in bondage. You know, if you're like me who always feels confused, let me see your hands up. Where they at? Where my people at? So in this video, I'm going to be speaking or encouraging those of us who always feel confused, who always feel like we're stuck, who feel like we don't have clarity on anything, who feel purposeless, who feel like God is not speaking to them. This video is just to encourage us that I understand 110% what this feels like. Now, I'll start with last year. I think for the past 3 years, really, I've been in a place where I've just felt so stuck and extremely confused. I felt like I did not know what to do about anything at all in my life. But I think now I'm a lot less harsh on myself because I realized that I think anyone in their mid 20s or maybe early 30s or even anyone at any point in their life can feel like, oh my God, I'm getting older. What do I do next? I don't want to get it wrong in this. I don't want to get it wrong in this area of my life. But you know what? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Let me reassure you that you are not going to be confused forever. I promise you, you will not be confused forever. You will not feel stuck forever. You will not be pondering and wondering on, oh my God, what do I do next? That will not be your story forever. I promise you that. Now, since I left university, I've been in a place where I'm like, what do I do next? Now, what do I do next? There's not, my friend was calling me Clarity last year. She even teased me that she'll call my first child Clarity when I have children. She said, I will name your child Clarity because you are always asking for clarity. And don't get me wrong, that in itself is not wrong at all. Like, we all need clarity. If not, I've also, thankfully to God, I've also gotten to a point where I'm no longer bound by the chains of uncertainty. No, I've not. I'm now growing in a place of, even in that uncertainty, I will still be fine. I really will. And so will you. So will you. So will you. You will be fine and you will not feel stuck or clueless forever. I promise you that. Take my word for it. So as I was saying, the past 3 years I've been so stuck. I'm not be stuck. I felt so stuck in knowing what to do next. It got so bad that I would want to apply for jobs and I'll say, you know what, I'll not apply for anything at all until God speaks to me, until God tells me to do this, until God tells me to do that. And that's how earlier last year, I would just not apply for any job. I'm like, what if God has not said I should do this one? What if God said I should not do that one? And I think looking back now, it's just now I know that it was my lack of knowing who God was truly, his true nature. Because knowing God's true nature, you know that he wants to lead you more than you want to be led. You know that so well. And I say, for example, last year as well, there's no sermon up until beginning of this year. There's no sermon that I had not listened to on clarity and direction. There's no sermon I've not listened. There's no sermon I've not watched on clarity and direction. I had an entire book last year where I would write out declarations and Bible passages and Bible verses that talk about clarity and discernment. And again, it is not wrong. It's not wrong. It's just that it kept me in a fix where I became inactive and I couldn't do anything in the name of I'm waiting to hear from God on something. I became too, it almost became a laziness because I was just too focused on finding out something and then being very inactive, being very confused about my mind was scattered. I can't lie to you. And even in listening to so many sermons, please don't get me wrong, that in itself confused me because men of God will preach the word of God, but then they'll put their opinions as well, and opinions will enter, and again, it's not wrong. It's just that in itself for that confused me. God, which way now? Which way? Because your word says you shall decree a thing, it shall be established unto you, and light shall shine upon your path. But no light is shining. I'm declaring, and there's no light that is shining. What do I now do? What I'm learning is clarity comes on the road. Clarity comes by doing things. My pastor says something. He says the blessings of God are motion sensitive. So it means that I can't just say, you know what, today I want to stay in my room and I will not do anything for the next 6 months. If God does not say do this, I will not do that. No, guys, I don't believe God has called us to be lazy, or God has called us to be inactive, or God has called us to be. Mm-mm. No. Anyway, so this confusion, this being stuck, became a laziness. It became a way to an avenue to just be sleeping and wasting time and not doing anything. Now, there's a difference between waiting on God and laziness slash fear. So this confusion, this uncertainty made me lazy in a sense. I became very stuck. I always thought, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do that. And first of all, let me say something. First of all, I'm learning that clarity comes by doing. And if you're not taking small steps every day, every other day, if you're not doing A to get to B today, you probably won't get to Z, because you must get to A, B, C, D before you get to Z. So taking small steps every day, doing small things, obeying nudges you feel, now trying out things that you like. Now I'm not saying you should go and do OnlyFans though, because that one I don't know for you. Ha! Of course, there's a wisdom that comes as well, with this is right, this is wrong. So you know what is right and wrong. You're not a baby. You know what's right and there's a wisdom also to know when not to be desperate as well, because ooh, desperation is seeing someone who has something that I want. That makes me want to now do all I can to guess that thing because someone else has it. No. But taking small steps, taking small wise steps every day to get to the big picture. Yeah. Because like I said, if you don't do certain things, you don't get to know the big picture. So take small steps every day. If you like to braid hair today, learn how to braid one. Me, I can't braid hair. Learn how to braid hair today. Tomorrow, learn how to fix something. I don't know. But take small steps every day and the picture will get clearer with time. I don't think anybody ever woke up one day and knew it. And even if they knew it, they will still have to journey on how to get there. There's no one who just knows exactly A to Z of everything. No. We walk by faith and not by sight. Now, for example, I saw a tweet yesterday. Oh my God, this blew my mind. And it was a picture of Kamala Harris at Barack Obama's, I think, presidential campaign office. I'm not too sure. And it was at least 16, 17 years ago, I believe. Yeah, I think 17 years ago. I'm not too sure now. And she was in the back office on the phone, I think, on the phone and in the admin team. And I'm just like, this woman would not have known that in the next 17 years, I will be VP of the United States of America. This woman might end up becoming president in a couple of months. And I'm pretty sure that many years ago, this woman probably didn't see herself there. So it is by doing and taking those small steps that great things happen. I know the process is painful and can be slow and annoying, but at the same time, it's like if you don't go through the journey, if you don't experience the journey, what makes you, how do I put this now? What's the substance in you if you don't go through the small things? Like, what then do you become if there's nothing that you had to learn and unlearn? So it's a journey of becoming who God has called you to be, a journey of becoming what you can really be in life. And yeah, so clarity comes by doing. And I'm learning this now. I'm not speaking as someone who has gone through this. I'm speaking as someone who is going through this and learning this thing every single day. I'm speaking because I'm choosing by the grace of God not to let uncertainty hold me back anymore. I have cut the cord with uncertainty. I've broken up with it because I mean it's life. I can't know everything and that's okay. Now, number two is, guys, God will catch you. If you're on a path where you feel like I'm not too sure, but this path is a seemingly good path, you like it, continue on that journey. Just continue, continue, keep going. Jesus will catch you. Now, the story of Peter walking on water, he saw Jesus walking on water, and then he was like, walking on water, this is looking a little strange. As it is, it's strange. What do you mean you're walking on water, sir? It's a strange thing. But then, Jesus called him to come to him, and then Peter walked on water. And when he saw Jesus, his eyes fixed on Jesus, he was walking on water, taking those steps. And then when he saw the waves and the storms and everything rising up, of course, he's a human being, he became afraid. Like, let's not cancel out people's humanity because they're Christians. No, let's not calm down. Don't deceive yourself. Peter was with Jesus. He could see him in person. And then Peter was still walking on water. He saw the waves. He began to sink. And you know what? Once Peter cried, Lord, save me. Jesus, help me. Jesus got there. In fact, I think message says it as Jesus did not hesitate. He did not hesitate. As in, once he said help, he just grabbed his person. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Jesus grabbed him instantly. And Jesus still said, oh, you faithless, what's wrong with you? Why are you afraid? So it doesn't mean that you will not be afraid or you will not, but God will catch you. God will save you. That's why David in Psalms, I think 139 says that, even if I make my bed in hell, your spirit is there with me. So it means that even when I'm on the wrongest of path, God is with me and he will catch me and he will save me. So this is to encourage us to come into that consciousness of God is always with me. And even if I make my bed in hell, as in where people are dead, if I go and make my bed there, my father is with me there. How much more here in the real world, or in your relationship or in your marriage or things like that? God is with me and he will help us through it. I assure you, I assure you. So if there's any big step you want to take or any small step you want to take, rather, walk on water, trusting that if I'm sinking, God will catch me. And I think with this mentality, it helps us overcome this laziness and this funk of, oh my God, let me just stay in one place. Third of all, I would say that be careful with the counsel you seek. And this is not saying in a bad way or in a fearful manner. I'm saying be careful with counsel you seek, because when you seek counsel of like 10 people that you love and trust, their opinions will affect what you do very heavily. So if, for instance, I want to do something and I speak to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I just speak to the whole world about it. And of course, they love me, they care about me, they'll tell me their honest opinions. But then when A tells me, oh, this is fine, and B says, oh, this is great, and C says, ah, yes, go girl. Once D tells me, ah, I think you should just, once I hear that, I become discouraged. Not because they mean to discourage me, but because opinion has that effect on me. And I'm still working my way through getting clarity on something, and I'm already getting 11 opinions. Calm down. So, of course, seek godly counsel, seek wise counsel, speak to your friends, speak to those who are skilled in that area, speak to those who are learned. Like, it's okay to speak to people, but it's just keep it at the buck. Keep it close, keep it tight, because the minute you hear different opinion, you might get discouraged, and then it takes you back to stage one or back to step one, and then you're back to feeling as confused as ever. So this is to encourage us that, like, if you're in your mid 20s and you're going through like a quarter life crisis, like I call it, or you're even 30 or you're 40 and you feel like I don't know what to do at all, just know that clarity will come. Know that God will save you. God has your back, and know that He has your best interest at heart. Okay? If you're very confused and you're so focused on leaving this confusion too much, it gets worse. So the pressure to get out of it makes it even worse. I just left it. I just left those things. And I just focused on, knowing my father, knowing his love, knowing his grace, because we come to a place where we know that God loves me so much. He says he's my father. How can I be begging for clarity like this? It's no. I, God is not somehow. He's like this. His nature is just. His nature is fair. He's who he says he is. And he says he's my father. How can I not be acting confused as if no? And I think I had to just divorce the idea that I had to beg God for clarity. I had to come to that point where I learned that I cannot beg for what is my right. I cannot. Direction is my father's nature. So he's not holding that back from me. I may not understand it yet, but it is mine. So that begging, I cancelled it. Asking 10 pastors for what they think, I cancelled those things. No, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. By His grace. By His grace, I'm done with that. And if you're like me, who's like that as well, my brother, my sister, advice is to just take a step back from listening to so many things and listening to even this video might seem like a contradiction, but I'm saying it because I know what it's like to do those things. And yeah. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you. Please like, share, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if you can relate to what I said at all. And yeah, I love you. I'm here with you. I'm praying with you, praying for you. And I know that this will be a phase. I love you. Thank you.